In a conversation during the many miles ran during a training day, Jake Martinez and those of the men's Lehigh track and field squad somewhat jokingly discussed potential records that they would like to break this season.
Our whole team, when we're training, we're always talking about different things, and just during the conversation with our runs and all the miles we do, we're talking about what records we could break during the season on our team, and coming from records not just at Lehigh, but also could we set a world record? And that just kind of came about, and we checked the website and realized there were a couple running records we could get, and we decided to go for it later in the year.
And after a 4-month-long approval process, the Guinness World Record team finally gave Jake and partner Branston Duffy the green light.
So the world record that we attempted was the three-legged mile, which means just like with those kids games or relays at recess, when you tie your inside ankle together and your inside wrist together. And so you basically have to run together in sync together. So the record is how fast can you run 1 mile tied to your partner. So we were in amazing shape during our track and field season. It was a record-breaking season. We were all in great shape, so we thought that we'd be able to just walk through this record. The previous record was 5 minutes and 52 seconds. We thought it'd be extremely easy. So we didn't really practice much at all in terms of practicing the three-legged mile. We show up on race day, and turns out it was much harder than we expected. We got a little worried, but we were able to dial it in a few hours before the attempt and get it done.
And even for two guys who typically run a mile in a little over 4 minutes, it was indeed just as hard as it looked.
It was so much harder than we expected. Like, we were exhausted by the end, and we are two guys who can run close to 4 minutes and 10 seconds in the mile. So we're going from 4-minute milers to running 5:30 pace and really struggling. So just keeping on pace, staying in sync, and making sure we didn't trip each other up. The hardest struggle was to stay in sync. I mean, the entire time we were practicing before, we just could not sync up and figure it out because our form is very differently. We actually chose each other because we're the same height, but we have different form. So just making sure our running form was the same, making adjustments to that to make sure we didn't basically take each other out during the attempt.
And with family, friends, and teammates in attendance, the pair would break the previous record, running the three-legged mile in 5 minutes and 36 seconds.
So coming into the final lap, all of our teammates were there. They were screaming for us. They were cheering for us. It honestly felt like we had a real meet, which is really hysterical. They gave us the time. We knew we were on pace to do it. So basically our whole last lap was just don't trip. Just stay on pace. Don't slow down. And we'll be good to go. But it was really funny. Coming down the stretch, we tossed up the number 1, and everybody's cheering for us coming in, and we had a great time. And we ended up beating it by a couple seconds. So it was a great day.
Now, as incredible as it is to even say that you hold a Guinness World Record, that record was only just a year old. And so what is arguably even more impressive is what Jake, Branston, and the rest of his Mountain Hawk teammates were able to do during the course of this regular season.
To have the success we had was pretty incredible. I think it really came from how close of a unit we were. It really started in the indoor season, breaking our school record in the distance medley relay, which was a 37-year-old record, and also winning that for the first time in school history at the Indoor Patriot League Championships. And the momentum just carried on to the outdoor season. Kyle Burke, our 7-time school record holder now, we just kept smashing records and motivated us. And our final meet of the season, we won the IC4A championship. It's the oldest track and field championship in the country, and we broke a 47-year-old's 4x800 meter school record. So really just, we came together not just as individuals, but as a team collectively, and to break all those records was just a testament to all of the work we put together, and then end on this fun note was a great way to do as well.
Reporting for the Service Electric Network, I'm Cassie Schmidt.